Hey guys, it's ESPN001 here for part 11 of Let's Play Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. Last time we did the epic all gillied up mission. This time we do one shot, one kill. Our goal, eliminate Imran Zakhaev from like a mile away with a 50 caliber sniper rifle. Target Imran Zakhaev. Distance 896.7 meters. Bullet travel time just over 1 second. So this mission does also give you some freedom to sort of tackle it the way you want, because this flag is going to blow to indicate the wind. If you decide you want to shoot while the wind's blowing, you have to judge it with that. So it's not the easiest shot in the world to make with the wind blowing, so we're actually going to wait. A cool little thing about this mission, though, is, yep, that's the right car. In this car, that is Makarov from MW2 and MW3, and that's Yuri from MW3. And you actually get a trophy for and achievement for a... Excuse me, sir! I was just trying to show something off, and you have to block me. But yeah, if you kill Makarov and Zakhaev, you'll actually get a trophy. You have to kill both of them, though, to get it. You can't just kill Makarov to get it easily. So we're going to wait here, and I'm going to quiet down for a bit so I can focus for a second. So you want to wait till right then when the wind is completely died down. And we're going to create a time paradox. And we're going to create another time paradox. Yuri? What? What? That is really cool. Holy crap, that is really cool. Wow. That is really cool. I have never shot Yuri before. I've only shot Makarov. Wow. Okay, that's awesome. That is actually really cool. Shooting Yuri gives you a friendly fire notice. That is so cool. Okay, I give the developers a lot of credit for that. I did not know that was going to happen. I mean, I know you're supposed to shoot Makarov, but I wanted to see what would happen if I shot Yuri, because I guess he's technically a good guy. Kind of, sort of a mix between an anti-hero and a hero, which is, like, complete paradox, but that was really cool. I didn't know that would happen. That's awesome. Okay, I give the developers a lot of credit for that, because that's really cool. Really cool extra part of the Easter egg. Okay, so anyway, if I can stop gushing about the game now, and that way I won't screw up again, now that I can actually focus on what's going on here, the objective now is we have to get to a landing site in 20 minutes. That time limit is extremely easy, even on Veteran. That time limit is not going to be a problem, even on Veteran. Unless I keep getting myrtleized by dogs, because that didn't actually happen to me on Veteran. Seriously, that has never happened to me on Veteran, so I don't know why it's happening now. This is another mission where the Let's Play curse tends to strike, because it's a really cool, really fun mission, but it's not one of my, like, better ones or favorite ones. Alright, I got one of the... Seriously, though, there's so... Okay, seriously, that didn't actually happen on Veteran. I didn't have them on me like that on Veteran. So that's kind of weird. I don't know why they decided to obsessively come after me that time, because that really didn't happen at all on Veteran. Like, I had very little trouble with this entire sort of timed section on Veteran. It's not hard at all. Because it's more than enough time, for one, and I don't know if the enemies are even infinite spawning in this section, but it's way more than enough time. Like, even on Veteran, you can do it in about 6 or 7 minutes, and I just shot them because I felt like it. Yeah, it only takes about 7 to 8 minutes on Veteran versus the typical, like, 6-ish it'll take you. Hopefully I'll stop screwing up now, because coming up is one of the toughest parts of the game, even on regular and recruit. And significantly harder on Veteran. It took me probably about 40 tries, 30-40 tries on Veteran. So you want to kill that dog, or else it'll actually come and attack you a few seconds later, so definitely take him down. At least that's how it was in the PS3 version. That may have been one of the little gameplay changes of this version. Hello there.
Quick, plant the claymore by the door up ahead.
I got it. And if that's well placed enough, it'll actually end up killing, like, all of them, or most of them. Or it'll at least set them up for an easy multi-kill right there, so not too bad. The P90 is good, but you may want to take, like, an AK or something for the later battle, just because the battle's going to be more long-ranged. And you're going to be limited to whatever ammo you have for the sniper rifle, so it's not necessarily a bad idea to take, like, an AK or an RPD if you can find one. It's pretty strong. Come on, die. Uh-oh. We got an enemy helicopter inbound. How do we take this one out, Macmillan? I love how the helicopter just patiently waits until we kill all the guys on the ground. Start shooting at us. You actually don't have to shoot it at all. Macmillan takes it down himself somehow, which the helicopter really shouldn't be that weak. But now it's going to crash. Now's when the mission becomes a little more aggravating. Because somehow Captain Macmillan survives that, but he somehow also gets his legs crushed or something. But even this section isn't that hard on veterans, surprisingly. Like I said, this entire time section is not bad at all on veterans, surprisingly. The only hard part is the very end of the mission, which is very, very hard on veterans. Okay, so you set Macmillan down here. There's going to be one that spawns in behind us for some reason. I don't know where he comes from. And he's dead. And then there's going to be one or two that spawn over there. But Macmillan, I don't think, can actually die in this mission, at least not in this section of it. I really don't think he can die at all, though, so it shouldn't be that big of an issue. So now we get a checkpoint, which is great. We've only taken about 4 minutes, so this probably isn't going to be one of my quite fastest runs, because I have done this in about 6 minutes before, and it looks like it might take about 7. So right here, if you're really careful, you can sneak around the back, and then you're pretty much just going to have to run through here and hope they don't shoot you. That's what you're going to have to do on Veteran, because I tried to camp there for a second on Veteran, but they literally started dropping, like, dozens of grenades, like World at War style on me, which they actually do sometimes in this game, surprisingly. Like, it's not as extensive as World at War's grenade spamming, but it is fairly extensive. Usually, like, up to 3 will be thrown at you at once. World at War, you can get, like, 6 on you at once. Okay, so we're going to set Macmillan down here. There's going to be 2 dogs and 2 humans in here. They're in a different position every time you do this section, so this one took me a few tries on Veteran because they kept spawning in, like, really bad spots. Oh, whoa. There were more dogs this time. Huh. There's usually only 2 dogs. Unless, was there a 3rd dog? I don't know. Like, yeah, there were 3 dogs this time, but there's usually only 2. Now, that's very weird. There's only 2 on, like, Veteran and everything, so that's kind of surprising. Alright, I'm going to take this AK because, I mean, there's no point of stealth or anything anymore, and this thing's going to be a little bit better in the final battle. That's a little strange, though. I'm trying to figure out exactly how that happened, because there should only be 2 dogs. Alright, but we made, obviously, perfectly good time. It's going to take us about 6 minutes, maybe just a little bit over 6 minutes, so nothing to worry about at all. As an additional note, this mission is also fairly infamous for having a very difficult-to-acquire piece of intel. By the way, there's that group of dogs down there. If you attack them, which there's no purpose of doing, it's just a dangerous thing to do, it will actually hurt you a little bit later in the mission. And also, another new addition to this game compared to the old version, there are actually 2 additional enemies here that were not here in the PS3 version. So yeah, initially I had thought they were only there on Veteran, but no, that was not actually the case. They're actually there on both difficulties. So what I actually want to do here is, there's a little way to cheat the system just a little bit here. And you can set out your claymores here, because you have plenty of time now. As you can see, the timer's stopped. So if you want to set out your claymores in sort of a staggered fashion like that, you'll get more in a minute, and that's pretty much where you want to put some of them anyway. We're going to go ahead and carry Macmillan here, and like I said, this is one of the hardest sections of the entire game, especially on Veteran. And even on the lower difficulties, it can be pretty tough. And this section also has, like I said, one of the toughest to find pieces of intel in the entire game. It's inside of a building. I'll try to show you guys. Okay, so he'll refill your claymores there, so you can have up to 16 claymores if you didn't waste the other one, like I did on that, not necessarily wasted it, but used it on that other section, so you can use it there, or you can just save it for later. But yeah, you want to lay out the claymores because they're going to definitely make your life a little bit easier in this section. It's not entirely necessary on the lower difficulties, but it doesn't hurt to have. Okay, we're going to put that there, find a good spot to snipe from, and go prone. We're also going to plant some C4 all over this place. Well, we only get 4 pieces of it, so I guess I have to be a little safe with it. But we're going to plant 3, and we're going to plant them on cars just to have fun with that. Oh, wait, I'm out. Okay, never mind then. And I'm going to snipe back here with McMillan just because on regular you can do this mission the way you're intended to do it, much more easily. ETA of about 5 minutes, so you're going to have to hold out for about 5 straight minutes here until that helicopter gets to you, and you're going to have to carry McMillan to it. The intel is in a little door right where my crosshair is. It'll only open if you like spawn the enemies just right to where they'll come through there. It's a little hard to do, it's kind of luck-based, I found, but you have to like hide in a corner over there around that corner. You have to hide over there so they can't kill you as easily. So yeah, right there you saw the dogs were attacking people, and that's because I did not attack the dogs in the pool. If you attack the dogs in the pool, you don't get that advantage. It's not much of one, but I mean, every advantage helps, especially on veteran. But yeah, it's nowhere near as bad on regular because you can actually really sort of do the mission the way you're intended to and snipe at a lot of people. Wonder how many recorded kills they're going to have out of this. Probably quite a few because getting a lot of headshots. I guess this might not be a bad mission to get the achievement trophy for. I think it's like 3 or 4 headshots in a row. I want to say it's 4. Actually, this probably isn't the best mission for that. You could probably do it better and all gillied up because you have to kill exactly 4 enemies. Hello there. The enemies aren't particularly smart here either. Like, they tend to sort of make stupid movements sometimes. So once you kill about 40 enemies, approximately 40-ish enemies, probably between you and Macmillan and your claymores, it'll trigger the second objective, in which now helicopters will start roping down. They're going to drop people out. They're a little hard to hit. If you can manage to hit them, that's great. If not, it's not that big a deal, but it will lighten the enemy load a little bit. I want to say there's 3 helicopters. It might be 4 total. So we're going to sit right here and try to kill these guys. I missed him. I missed him. Got him. Got him. Okay, 2 for 4 ain't bad. Well, technically it's 50%, but whatever. Okay, he's dead. And now they're going to start spawning again from the back. So we still got to hold out for a few more minutes, because that thing's still about 5 kilometers away. I love how it's in kilometers, but I'm an American, and us Americans use the stupid system. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it makes sense to Americans, but it doesn't make sense to the rest of the world, and it doesn't make sense to me why we have to use it instead of the metric system, because the metric system actually makes sense because it's all based in tens instead of random-ass numbers that our current system is. Because what is it, like 1 meter is like 3.4 feet or something? No, 3.32 feet, excuse me. Okay, seriously, I was healing there. I guess that he must like the non-metric system, even though the Russians and the Soviets use the metric system. That was not nice of you. And you actually, for whatever stupid reason, there are no checkpoints in this mission. In this section of the mission, unfortunately, until we get the final extraction helicopter. Actually, no, there are no more checkpoints in this part of the mission. My bad. Unless there are on regular, but I don't think there are. I want to say that there aren't, but I wish that I'm wrong on that. Alright, we killed like 3 of those guys, which is good. So I guess he actually liked the he didn't like the metric system and liked the barbaric system that we use. Oh wow, killed him. If you were to have like an RPG, you could probably shoot down those helicopters, but that would be kind of a risky maneuver. So yeah, you have to be very careful here because now is when the enemies are going to start managing to flank you a little bit more. And kill all of them. Kill them. And we're going to go ahead and detonate our car bombs, which may have killed 1 or 2 guys, but it didn't look like it did much. And kill all of them, and then here comes, yep, here he comes. There's going to be a few that are going to try to flank you now, so you may be better off just going ahead and taking the AK and just sort of running around to the side and starting to kill them. Oftentimes they'll go straight for McMillan, which is kind of nice, instead of actually going for you. They will oftentimes like to go straight for McMillan instead. No last stand, you little faggot. So yeah, oftentimes they will try to go after McMillan, which is very helpful. As you can expect, this is nowhere near this simple on Veteran, and I did die, but it was mostly because I got flanked and I wasn't being as vigilant as I probably should have been. But yeah, there's a really good strategy for Veteran. There's a little section of wall that you can hide behind near where that piece of intel is over there. And if you hide behind it, the enemies will hardly be able to get to you, aside from a couple of dogs and maybe 1 human. So that's going to make your life significantly easier on Veteran. It's one of the only ways you're going to be able to beat this on Veteran without being just really skilled at the game. I mean, I did beat Mile High Club, but in some ways I would say this section is almost harder than Mile High Club in some ways. But at least there's an exploit to it. Mile High Club comes down almost entirely to luck and memorization of exactly where every enemy spawns at, or can spawn at. Like I said, 427 tries, so I don't know, maybe I'll attempt it a few times on Veteran just as a bonus video or something, just for fun. Well, it won't really be fun for me, but it might be fun for you guys to see my pain and misery of it. Alright, the helicopter is actually here. Or, it was almost there when I said that. But now it is. So, where is McMillan? I thought I set him down right there. Like, where'd he go? Did he crawl somewhere else? Good lord, that is... I couldn't even see him there. Jeez, man, your ghillie suit really did the trick. I couldn't even see you. Man, he was pretty well hit in there. Good job there, Captain McMillan. Oh, wow, you don't actually get a checkpoint right here on Veteran, unfortunately. So that's really annoying. But we did it, guys. That's one of the longest missions in the game. Like I said, it's generally one of the toughest missions in the game. But it's done. So, a lot of fun doing that. Love this mission. Love these 2 flashback missions, for that matter. Really great addition to the game. I mean, I think it's always cool when you might do a flashback every now and then, just as sort of a throwback to everything. Go kill yourselves with my grenade that probably won't hit anything. So yeah, a little bit longer video, but still, none of the videos in this series have been as long as like a standard Let's Play video has been for me, aside from when I do multiple missions in a single video. So that's kind of interesting, actually. I mean, it's not that long of a game, though, which is the sad part. It's such a great game, but it's not that long of a game.
ETA on the chopper's at least half an hour, Captain Price.
No good. Be corpses for 10 minutes by then. Every ultra-nationalist psycho in Zakhaev's pocket is about to show up on our doorstep, coming to claim all their side.
Or what's left of them.
Right. We'll set charges along phase line Alpha on the southern hill. And more along phase line Bravo. We'll delay them all the way back to the top and hold our ground at the extraction point in the fields around the farm. Any questions?
Let's do this.
Let's do this! Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Next time we will take on Heat, and we will probably do Sins of the Father as well, because Heat is pretty short, and Sins of the Father is also fairly short. So, see you guys then.